Hey, hey. Looks like I got audio. What's up, everybody? George back again. Warp Charge Gaming, episode 32 of the live talk show we do every Thursday here on YouTube. I should have James, my partner in crime, joining me shortly. We'll see if we end up with a Chris or not. But welcome. I hope to see the usual crowd of awesome folks tuning in. Calling you out, Gordito Spree and Chicken Bone and Tau Dark. Hope to catch you guys. Got some cool news this week. Some more awesome stuff has been happening as we continue to drive forward on the mission to succeed at being all that we want to be here at Warp Charge Gaming. If you've been tuning in to some previous episodes of our live talk shows where we get kind of behind the scenes to what we got coming up and what we've been working on, kind of in the studios, off the grid, things you don't see posted to our channels, or even our, different places like Facebook and stuff, social media. In this case, we've been talking a lot about tabletop alchemy. Here is the cool logo. Tabletop Alchemy is a 3D printing company that we just started. What's up? I see Amazon Warlord and Gordito Spree. Finished most of my work. Hopefully our helicopters don't break. That is, something you'd like not to happen. Hey there, Amazon Warlord. Gordito, I'm glad to see you. I have your information, and the reason I say that is because something cool is happening tomorrow. I was talking about Tabletop Alchemy, but let's talk about dice. James doesn't even know yet because I didn't tell him, but somehow, some way, the email for this set came through that they have shipped and they're going to arrive tomorrow. Usually takes 10 weeks to produce these things, and maybe 10 weeks has actually gone by already. Or maybe they got them done extra fast. Really excited to see that Vortex green. That pink purple is pretty cool. I think it's going to be popular. The black, gold, and silver was something that we almost got last time and swapped it out last minute. But a lot of people say they like the image, so looking forward to seeing how that goes. And we're getting more of that classic Vortex orange. Funny thing about the Vortex orange, though, is we actually aren't going to be... we've made a choice that we don't want to sell those ones. We want those to be on the exclusive side because we have given those out at Nova and Adepticon, and we want to continue to have it be the dice that's like the special one that you get in person, either by winning events that we throw or by just meeting us out there in the world kind of thing. So if you're hype on the Vortex Orange, holler out. Maybe we can make that happen. I don't know. We're still pretty fresh, but they sold out quick last time, friends. It was amazing. Oh, snap. Yeah. Hey, Kat, how you doing? Nice dice. I like my orange one I got from you. Nice, Amazon. Black and gold and the green. Okay. Black and gold and the green. Gordito Spree, I think we're going to have to make that happen for you, man. I'm going to be sending you a hookup for being so cool over these times. You have been here pretty much every episode, bro, and I really appreciate that. And we almost got a chance to see each other in person, you were saying. You were going to be able to cruise through. I need to get off the dice. I'm so excited. Whoop. You were in the area. I think we're going to get, I'm sure, another opportunity to get a chance to play some games. It's going to be dope. I just got back into town. It's been an 8-hour day of travel. I had to go out and see some family due to some circumstances. And it was a good trip. I originally grew up in Missouri, kind of my hometown there. So I spent some time there this past week. Okay, cool. Gordito says he might be able to make it out. What's going on this weekend is Warhammer 40,000 tournament here in Richmond, Midlothian, Virginia, to do a Warhammer 40k ITC tournament. Looking forward to that. Last weekend we played Shadespire, and that was cool. It was the turkey weekend, so we definitely had attendance suffer a bit. Had a good time though, and I pretty much I was one of the few players available, and I took home the event. I didn't actually take the trophy though, because I threw the event and it wasn't very many people. James, did you just get in here? Check with the James.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey man, how you doing?
Doing good. How about yourself?
Pretty solid. Let me see if I can get you on the screen here.
I've missed you, good buddy.
Yeah, it's been a week, man. Welcome back. There's James up in the location. I was just telling him, James, about really just trying to start talking. I keep seeing all our friends tuning in. It makes me just want to say hi to everybody. I told him gave him a little taste of this and that. Comet says Missouri for the win. Comet, I was just there. Unfortunately, it was I had a passing in the family, and I had to go down there for the services. So it was a fast and furious insert of time there, seeing a bunch of family. I'm back today and ready to get into the action. There's a lot going on with Warp Charge Gaming and Tabletop Alchemy.
Yeah, there is.
Man, so I only just began. I said the word Tabletop Alchemy, threw our logo up, but that's a big part of what happened this last week is we just got our printers, at least more printers. Here's the printers in my side of the studio. If you guys aren't familiar, James is in Antioch, Illinois, and I'm in Richmond, Virginia, and we have been friends for years and partners from afar now for this year plus. Together, we have masterminded a plan to produce a bunch of plastic crack. Their 3D printing is an amazing technology, and you could do it too. Basically, there's obviously some learning curves and efforts that go into the process. I mean, hell, people go to school for this kind of thing, and but what you can do, the results are pretty miraculous, and all in all, not that difficult. Everything you need to know is on the internet,
YouTube is a wonderful place.
Right? Welcome. We're here too. So yeah, we got 2 additional printers. We're using the Creality CR10S's. James also has one. And James is our, if you guys haven't known, I was telling him, James, this is kind of the behind the scenes. That's what we go over each week.
Yeah.
James is our graphic designer, website designer, professional painter, and modeler. Oh my God, you have a horde of stuff behind you, dude.
Oh, dude, it's unreal what's behind me.
Dude, show, even though it's crappy, show the camera, show the stuff behind you again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just scoot your chair over. It was massive.
No, I'm just gonna unplug it real quick because we're on a laptop.
Okay, all right. I need to make your shit full screen.
Well,
that's a lot. That's the business.
There's just lots of projects going on, and it's just kind of crazy how it all accumulates very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen tons of spires.
I feel like a kid again when it comes to like cleaning your room, because I have to clean my room once a week like I had to do when I was a kid. And it's just because it just gets overwhelming. Like I just live and surrounded by projects, and I'm working on 4 to 5 projects at a time at all times.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely amazing. I love every minute of it.
Hell yeah. Got to say what's up to Chicken Bone. Chicken Bone, I wrote your name down. You, Tau Dark, Gordito Spree particularly. I got Gordito Spree. I need you to email us, Chicken Bone, at admin@warpchargegaming.com, and I want your address, and tell me one of these colors that you would like to have. I really appreciate your support on some of these previous live chats, man. And just being here each week and saying what's up. I feel like we made a friend, and I want to throw you some dice. So definitely admin@warpchargegaming.com. Shoot us an email with your address, man. I'm going to toss some of these your way, okay? Give me a color. So we got more printers. We're designing stuff. It was huge news last week that we couldn't even really give you guys the type of emotion that is required, or even the right words to say how excited we are that we're working with Worlds Overrun. We've signed up with as official licensors with them and are producing their products, and we'll be able to sell them. And James just finished a massive piece here. What is this piece called, James? The one with the Demon Prince picture in front of it, the massive mall thing.
Which one?
It's like the cave. It's like the cave.
Oh, that is the Thorn Portal.
Thorn Portal.
Yeah. The Demon Prince can fit inside of it.
Yeah, thanks, sweet. Oh, heck yeah, Chicken Bone. You didn't have to do that, dog, but thank you so much for that. That's hella appreciated. Chicken Bone threw us some $5. That's some dice right there, man. Come on.
Appreciate it, Chicken Bone.
Yeah, man, you're making the world go round. We are really trying to make things happen here. So James just produced that. That's gonna be. We're trying to like right now figure out like print times and how
Yeah,
much material
kind of
costs.
pricing and a bunch of stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
Worlds Overrun's kind of a little bit newer company. They actually started around the same time we did last year. And since then, they've launched 3 successful Kickstarters. They just launched another one. They were kind of unprepared with their newest one, so they relaunched it last night with more content. And yeah, if you
The
guys have
epic creature
yeah,
one.
the
Yeah.
epic creatures. They have
Yeah.
a stone dragon, the swamp king, and like a giant. Actually, I was going to talk to George and see if we actually wanted to have Eric, the designer for and lead person of War, talk and give his
Oh, we should
insight of.
get him on here. I think tonight I'm again I just drove 8 hours and bit out of
Oh
out of
yeah.
sorts, just getting back into the saddle. So maybe next week for sure. What's up, Shadizo just said what's up. I've never seen you tune in there. That looks like your image looks like somebody I know. But welcome, glad to have you, man.
Yeah, I don't. He might be available. I can shoot him a link. He's a good guy to talk to.
Yeah, again, right now I'm a little scattered. Let's just stay focused on the tonight's agenda, if that's cool.
Gotcha. Yeah, definitely.
I'm really curious now that we're talking about it, what our friends tuned in would say about. I just threw back up the portal here. What you would, not saying you guys are looking to buy it or anything. You're welcome to holler about that. But what would you price this thing at? What do you think if you saw that at the, it's big, a Demon Prince fits inside of it. It's massive. How long did that thing take to print, James?
Oh man,
Not counting
40 hours.
40
I think 40 hours.
All right, 40 hours of the printers being taken up to produce that. We're trying to figure out, where's that price point that is awesome for you guys and cool for us. First time tuning in, found you guys a few weeks ago. That's really cool. Glad to have you tune. What I'm curious of this too. We had someone comment on one of our live shows last week, and he tunes in from the UK, and he says he always has to watch it on the back end. And I was starting to get curious of where people are from that are watching on the back end, because I know that like half of our subscribers, crazy enough, are actually international.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy. Literally 50% is US, and the other 50% is international.
Shadizo has a 3D printer. Our conversation. Oh, cool, from Phoenix. I'm glad that you like 3D printing because we've been obsessed with it over the last like 5 talk shows, and we continue to want it to be a subject matter on our channel. And we don't, but we don't want to alienate our friends that love like Kill Team and 40k. So when you caught wind, Shadizo, was it? And excuse me if I'm butchering your name, but was it tactic videos? Was it what brought you over? He owns 3 of them, man. Okay, so yeah, they're asking about the plastic needed to produce it and stuff like that. Let's pretend that we're ignorant to that. Putting it back up on the screen. You see it in the store. It's and if you got printers and stuff, then we're talking a whole other ball game.
Yeah, if you actually have your own printer, you can get your files directly from Worlds Overrun.
Right. Yeah, exactly, Gordito. But yeah, these files are already available to be purchased, and that's what those Kickstarters are about. Is Worlds Overrun is a designer company, and they make amazing designs that are able to be purchased to print. We've gone a little bit of a step further and gotten a licensing agreement to be able to resell these pieces after we print them ourselves. So the curiosity is, what would you buy that if you saw it because you had to have it? Would it be more incentivized if you saw an entire set? And even if it was more expensive, you'd be more ready to do it because you could cover a whole 6x4. And then what would you, that thing painted is a whole nother conversation. If it's in the store, Shadizo said he'd give $60, give or take. Fair thought process there. We'd love, knowing from the straight up is good. Easy 40 and up since it's one piece.
It actually is printed in 2 pieces and then joined together. So this is after being primed. I bonded it together with the green stuff and then primed it gray.
Okay. Well, it's great to get some crowdsourcing information there from you guys. Thank you for that quick heads up.
It's PLA plastic, Gordito, and it's very lightweight.
Yeah, I love Chicken Bone and Gordito and Cat. 3D printer on the way to me. Nice, Kat. Good work. It's it has been amazing. Let me show you some stuff, Kat, that you'll find relevant. So, one, here's some sweet Shadespire terrain that James has printed and painted up. We even have it. I think we threw it up on eBay just to kind of test the market. But now these files are able to be resold. They have their public availability. So we've been creating quite a few of them now, and they look really nice and they're easy to print. To do the whole set, it's about a little less than 4 hours. 8 to maybe it's like 6 or it was close to 8 actually. But
mine it was close to like 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah, it's been a week since I printed, but the little guy, the smallest single hexagon is only an hour. But so like those are cool, right? But then James just produced his own original for TTA. So here's one of our new custom designs for Shadespire terrain. This is looking real sweet, James. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I made it in Tinkercad, which is a free web-based program based off of other people's small files of like skulls, rocks, columns, and then allowed myself to break and splice it and place it like if I was almost playing with Legos.
Yeah, that's looking sweet, man. What was the were you looking at a board or anything when you decided to go with the coffins and stuff, or you just thought that's going to be a good situation?
Honestly, one of our viewers, he commissioned me this Night Vault box set, and I've been working on the ghosts, and that has kind of inspired me to the Night Vault theme of skulls and graves and relics.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, Shadizo with his trained eye was suggesting that there's probably some sanding and whatnot. Yeah, James did have to do a little bit of green stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit of green stuff, a little bit of sanding, but yeah, my printer settings weren't perfect on that one. That was just the first attempt, so I had some holes that I needed to fix and patch up. But I believe I can probably knock off maybe 2 hours on the printing, and then as far as cleanup, a lot less.
Here's a fun one, and also relevant to you, Kat. Kat in the chat right now is from Aptify Miniature Artistry. Says she has her own painting commission company and does fantastic work. You guys can check her out on Facebook. She's done an awesome giveaway with us before with a Lord of Change, and that was one of our most fantastic pieces. We got to get back on that too, James. I just wrote out a list of things we need to get on, and that's one of them. We do have a sweet giveaway that we've been wanting to do for a while, but we'll close out on some 3D printing conversation a little bit. James threw a challenge to me earlier in the week to guess what this thing was. My lack of hobby gave me no good idea. But I came to find out that it was this sweet paint holder for washers, particularly. Yeah, James?
Yeah. It's right here.
Oh, let me show the real thing. Swoop. It looks bigger in person like that. That's
I mean, it is bigger than I thought it was going to be, too, honestly, when I printed it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't knock over at all. I've tested it.
Shadizo is asking, what's the percent on the infill? I guess he's describing the portal again.
I believe I have it set to 15%.
15% on the infill. Print a paint stand. Yeah, I mean, you can. James printed a whole like corkboard setup. So
yeah, I can definitely print paint stands, but I currently work off a pegboard system. So like something you would see in a garage that is on the wall with like a bunch of holes an inch apart.
Yeah.
And it just clips right in. And I love it because it's completely modular and I can switch it around however I need to.
Yeah, it's real sweet. Real sweet. It's just the bottom line, if you haven't picked it up by now, you can pretty much do all kinds of things, whatever you want. There's a lot of things that we have that had to get made somewhere, and oftentimes you can make it yourself. Yeah, so I'm glad to meet Shadizo. He said he caught on to us through a battle report. Hadn't played in about 14 years. Let's see what Gordito reaches. You guys might have to make 2 shows a week. One tabletop, one printing. Gordito says he'd watch both. We really do, man, because we haven't even began to talk about gaming yet.
Yeah, no, we definitely have been talking about it because obviously Facebook, Instagram, same like that. It's different. It obviously is different, even though it's in the same realm. We know that we need to have 2 shows.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of making it happen. We are very busy with just the 2 of us.
Yeah, we need to pick another day of the week though, and go for it probably.
And I'm sorry, I keep rolling off cam. I am actually messing with my printer as we speak.
Yeah, no worries. I have yet to fire mine back up. I just literally off the road back on the show, but I need to get the I need to get those bad boys going. I want to try some of the new prints. I want to print that new Shadespire terrain you just made.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be printing it tonight. I have something else that's in queue prior, but I'm going to be printing that as I sleep this evening.
Cool. Yeah, I need to continue to work on leveling my bed. An endless showdown, it seems. Let's see. Charge shipping plus 3 times material plus 3 times electric used per model. $20 to $50 for rental of equipment, kind of base charge. Yeah, there's also the consideration of you know, like it's hard. It's a new market, but like with this catalog of World Overrun stuff, we don't necessarily have to have the prints made for someone to pay for them from us and almost in a sense commission the printers. But until we, you know, as we start to develop what is the most popular and it kind of requires, in order to keep up with the demand, us to be printing supply, like what it would cost to stop that and get us printing something else instead. So it's always like an opportunity cost versus like raw dollars. It's a very interesting business to be considering. So we're having fun with that and doing our best to progress as fast as possible because that's what we like to do. But let's talk a little bit about gaming. So we just recently last week we did the we did an unboxing and how to play video on Blackstone Fortress. I know Kat was asking us about opinions on that. Yeah. Talking about upgrade sprues. Yep. Blackstone Fortress is pretty dang sweet. I had fun making those videos. It did jump in the way. I wanted to be timely with them, but there still is. I have like 6 battle reports to put out for you guys, plus 2 tournaments that are all filmed. I just have to edit my. I want them to be better than just the long play. Most of our videos we do live on Twitch, and then we post it on the back end of YouTube. And you're kind of watching, you know, post the live action, but there's quite a few battle reports that we have that are edited to the max and are time lapsed, and we put, you know, movie effects inside with like fire and explosions and things of that nature. I'll enhance the audio and, you know, stuff like that. And these videos that they're the Tumby Chronicles. Our friend Tumby came from New Zealand a week ago or so, and we did all kinds of gaming, all kinds of filming. I look forward to showing you that. Here's a little shot of a sweet battle of the Death Guard versus Thousand Suns. This was a pretty epic match where the student beat the teacher as I taught Tumby how to play. You know, something exciting, James, is that Tumby wants to start his own channel in New Zealand.
That's fantastic.
He said he was so inspired, and he's about to go ham on it. So
I saw that you inspired your other friend Ryan to start his own channel.
Yeah, he already had it kind of, and it was something that he had going on before he met me, but it was just very hadn't gone in, you know, hadn't touched it for a long time. And so he's gotten all pumped up, which is great. I love it.
Yeah, love inspiring people, considering that we were inspired by other channels.
Oh, absolutely.
Makes us feel like we're on the right path.
Yeah. Nice. Kat says she'll be trying out Blackstone. Yeah, it's real fun, real fun. I have yet to actually get to play with other people. I'm impressed how well you can play by yourself. But I look forward to having the zing-zang and good times of more people. Obviously, when you're playing with other adventurers while you're on the same team, there's decisions you can make that sometimes you got to leave somebody hanging, and that's always funny. But, James, you may not have caught this, though, dude. But, dude, the dice arrive tomorrow.
Oh, I did not catch that.
I know. I was surprised. I had no way has it been 10 weeks.
No.
That's what I'm saying. I got
how is
the
that
email.
possible?
I don't know.
I'm so excited now.
Yeah. They show up tomorrow, apparently.
Wow.
Yep. So I got to send you Tumby's Harlequins to paint. I got to send you the dice that you're looking for. And I feel like I have quite a few other things still. I don't remember what they are, but I'm sure I need to send you stuff.
I'm excited. I love presents.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the Blackstone Fortress guys.
Oh, yeah. Some Trader Guard.
Yeah. And and that's going to kick me to the front of the line on all projects. Geller Pox. Also, yeah, I know Space Whipboard not till Adepticon. I also got on my list of things. We got to get you some Black Templars for the homies
Yes.
hooking us up. It was a beautiful thing. Our awesome friends here on the live chat over the course of just 2 weeks raised a substantial sum, enough to get James playing Kill Team with the Imperium, which was something that almost seemed like it would never happen.
Yeah, it definitely seemed that way. But you can never say never.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Something else that was cool that happened over this week is I was able to get some Kill Team mats were sent to me by the awesome company Game Mat EU. They sent me a 22x30 double-sided Kill Team mat, and it's super sweet. Here's you're seeing like I think it's Badlands, or I forget the name of this map. Besides
that's the mat I have, but full 6x4.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then on the other side is another mat that I have. I think it's not Kim Zone, but it's something cool. These mats are sweet. They're definitely to have these seamless mats that roll up. Besides the boards, mainly those creases. Anything you can do to just like get extra immersed, and we love the feel of the thud as the dice hit that padded material.
I just like it because it's waterproof and you can spill your drink on it.
Yeah, it's always good to be able to spill your drink on your board there.
Well, I mean, you don't want to spill your drink, but it happens when you get rowdy.
Yep. Yeah, Shadizo agrees that they are really sweet, and Game Mat EU is awesome. If you don't live near the Czech Republic, it is a little expensive on the shipping, but the product is super high grade. The tournament that we're running on Saturday, the 40k tournament, we actually just I got them fresh in my brain. I just was answering some Facebook messages asking about how the terrain would be at the event, and I kept alluding to that it's very high quality, but I didn't give them all the details. But yeah, I mean we're going to be rocking several Game Mat EU. I mean, we've done 2 of our tournaments this year that we went all out on were entirely, I think it was 14 tables decked out with Game Mat EU product.
Except for the streaming table, which was Death Ray Designs. Death
Ray Designs. Yep, gotta love Death Ray too. We'll have Death Ray Designs and Game Mat EU being repped high, both with game mats and terrain. We got the Highlands, the Badlands. We got a sweet Forgotten Outpost setup. And each of these that I'm describing, we actually have unboxing videos and reviews on our channel. If you look to, if you never checked out our playlist situation, if you go to special features, that's where I've done lots of sweet unboxing videos showing off Crystal Fortress. I've done some stuff for Best Coast Pairing. We actually have several partners that are all things that we have a true passion for because they've done so much for our own games that we were happy to get to connect with them and work together. So check out some of those special feature videos. I really personally
nice.
Favorite. What's that?
Gordito.
What?
He said he found our channel from an unboxing video, Crystal Fortress.
Oh, nice. I just ordered some to test it out. Oh, that's awesome, man. That cracks me up. It's funny how those videos don't get unboxing videos don't get near as many. I want to thank you for turning me on to Crystal Fortress. I got one and I love it. Oh, thanks, dude. Man, I gotta send this little screenshot, bros. I gotta show old Jeffrey at Crystal Fortress we're doing some work for him. That's great, man. If you didn't notice, what's kind of neat is that Crystal Fortress actually hosts Warp Charge Gaming on their website. So when you go to look at the different layout layers and everything, they have us embedded into their site. We recently accomplished that with Best Coast Pairing as well. Yeah, super cool guy, right? Man, that's awesome. Man, you guys are homies from another mother. I didn't want to say brothers because I know there's some sisters out there too. Sisters from another mister, brother from another mother. We got some like-minded folks out there, James.
Yeah, dude. I love these Thursday nights. I literally had company over, and I was like, you got to go. Like, you really got to go, man. Like, I got a show to do. And like that's the only reason why I was late is because like I had to kick my company out, and like it was like my kid's best friend and like one of my good friends from high school, and I was like, you just gotta go. Like I was like, if you guys want to hang out, you can come over tomorrow, but I told you like it'd only be a couple hours tonight. You guys gotta go.
If they
cool,
if they played
they
Warhammer.
they were like dragging feet, and I was like, all right, I'm leaving, and I went upstairs. Like they could still be here, they could be gone. I have no idea. Yeah. I'd rather be here with you guys because it's like a party, but without the drinks.
Yeah, well, you can. I mean, if you guys ever seen Chris on the channel, he definitely drinks. Here, I gotta lean off camera to let my dog in. She's like trying to burst through my door here. Okay. Let's see if Clem will jump on cam. Come here, Clem. Oh, look at that doggy. She misses me.
So, Gordito asked a question about shipping.
Okay.
Visual tips, it will be a little bit difficult because of where my things are located. But hopefully I can like use like air traffic controlling to help you with this. So when I'm shipping a delicate one tall figure, I'm typically going to invest in foam of some sort. I might already have the foam, but I'm going to cut out the foam and I either toothpick it, pin it, tape it, however I can, but I will build a nice little home for that thing, exactly the size it needs to be. And then I pack that in a box that's not going to move. So it's just so tight that even if it was dropped, it's just going to continue the shock all the way through the box, through the foam, through the model, into the foam, and through the box again, so that like nothing rattles around.
James's pack jobs, I've gotten several like large amounts of things, and you can actually see. I don't know. I think you can see actually how well he packed.
Wolves,
yeah, the Space Wolves unboxing video. He went crazy. He literally like individually wrapped every model. Like he sent me a good like 100 models, like with the horrors and whatnot.
Yeah, it saddens me when someone's going to spend good money on getting models painted and they ship me the bare models just in a bag, like just a sandwich bag. They just glued them together and sent them to me, and then I will send them back all like preciously wrapped. But it's one of those things where like if I'm going to spend so much time on it, I have to make sure it gets to you safely. The only thing I've ever had break going to somebody was things with wings. So planes, bloodthirsters. If it's got big wings, they're typically small joints. And even when they're tightly packed, because they're obviously like weird angles, they get that slight little knock, and it might be enough force to like break off where it's jointed together. And I've only had that happen to me twice, and one was a bloodthirster with its wings, and the old metal ones too. And I even pinned it, so like that was kind of crazy. And another one was I believe a fire raptor where the resin wing broke off, but that was it.
Yeah, you've done armies worth for me and never a broken piece. The man's pretty good at what he does. I felt honestly a little ashamed when I sent my Eldar army packing via eBay, and I did not do as good as you, James. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it was shameful.
I expect it though.
Oh, weird.
I mean, dude, I've seen how you treat your models. I've personally seen it.
I treat them pretty good.
Except when they're getting pulled off the table.
What are you talking about? I know I lost my camera, friends. I'm trying to get it back.
They go straight into that kill pile. I do not like kill piles. People love kill piles. They just start piling up all their dead models. And it's just like, it's sad to me. Put them away nicely.
Yo, I put my shit in Crystal Fortress, dog. I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe I'm thinking of Chris. I'm probably thinking of Chris.
Yeah, Chris is the one that's the freak on a leash, dude. Yeah, that guy's crazy, man. He's just like, I'll just glue it.
Like, I'm fairly careless with my models because I know I can fix it. But, I mean, I still try to take those proper precautions.
I mean, I did see that your list was so small at Adepticon, it wasn't like it was at risk, but you still had them, like, in a box, like, carrying them by hand. I was scared.
Oh, yeah. My big models, sometimes I'm carrying them by hand.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to get, like, the right kind of foam and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I know that just popped in my mind. I know in December I'm gonna run a Shadespire tournament and a Kill Team tournament, and I'm excited because the next Kill Team tournament is going to be a Commander version, and I'm looking forward to that.
Sweet.
That'll be cool. At the last Kill Team tournament we had here, I asked the crew, you know, the kind of the regulars that have been showing up, like, yo, does everybody have the book? Everybody ready to go? And everybody's like, yeah, I'm ready. I mean, I've got the book. I'm ready to go. So I was pretty surprised. It was kind of cool to see my community had all picked up Commander kind of on their own without, you know, they were motivated.
Dude, I think me and Gordito, or not Gordito, Chicken Bone are going to have a serious Kill Team match.
Oh, yeah?
He's calling out some stuff about a buddy who wanted to play a high stakes kill team.
Oh, see, I
Or
see that.
maybe I'll have it with his buddy because he's in Wisconsin. I might make the drive. But I've always wanted to do a high stakes like game. Like kill team makes more sense, but I wanted to do a pig slip game of 40k, like an entire army. Just like you beat me, you take my army. I beat you, I take your army.
Much rather pink slip than smash. Even
oh
though,
yeah, definitely no smashing, but I
Yeah.
want to pink slip it. Like I just think the adrenaline rush alone would just be like so worth it.
yeah, that would be a good time. And I love kill team so much and believe in its where skill will be rewarded. Although the dice can go crazy in you in that game, and you can't really count on anything, but I still feel like you can really play that game well and do well. That I would do that. I would play with that game, and it's just a kill team worth. It's not like you're going to lose your arm and your leg there.
Yeah,
Even though
I think it'd be fun.
People put a lot to carry it to even just a kill team. Some kill teams are worth quite a lot, actually.
Oh, of course.
Who is it? Shadizo. I hope I'm saying your name right. Shadizo. The asking what I would bring to the tournament. I have been having such a great time playing with Thousand Suns and Commander tournament. I think I keep just wanting to play Thousand Suns. I really want to play Gellerpox, and if I could do anything, that's what I would do. But I'm waiting on James. Poke.
You will have them at Adepticon.
That's way too long from now. Oh. You hear? Remember all those goodies? Remember all these green vortex dice you were wanting? They're coming, dude.
Yeah.
As soon as everything goes front of the line. We need Gellerpox immediately. Let's see. Ask what James is bringing to the Adepticon. I helped James put together a list so far, and I don't have it on me at the moment. But I know that there's like a Reaver, there's a couple intercessors, and then you got sergeants, like tactical sergeant, scout sergeant, or something like that. It's a mix of everything. One guy with a grappler launcher. You got a combat guy. You got good shooting dudes. It's pretty much going to be amazing. It's no doubt. We could do either, but I'll do a 3-hour job on the paint. Yeah, I would definitely play. If I was playing for pink slips, I'd grab my gray knights who are just silver.
Oh, did I do it my night? I have this kill team of Chaos Space Marines.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not really a kill team. It's just the whole unit painted up really nicely.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely a kill team. Like you can build it out point wise.
Yeah.
And like it has a display base and everything.
Yeah. No,
like, I would definitely play with those.
Yeah, that's a difficult faction I've found. The Heretics. I have yet.
We like to call it hard mode, and that's how I prefer to play.
Nice respect. Yeah, I need to bust them out more on the channel as well. The Heretics. I need to, especially with Commander. I have a list that got me excited with Commander involved. They can get pretty nasty. The big decision with Commander is do you minimize the cost of your commander to put more points into your kill team, or do you go all out on it as a buff character, or do you go all on it as a combat character, or do you take a crazy psyker? There's a lot of depth to and different ways that you can run that thing, even with only 1 or 2 models that each faction has. See, I look forward to more Commander, and I look forward to the fact that the Battlegrounds, Midlothian area community is pretty stoked on it as well. So I didn't know if that would be easy or not. Like what if only like 2 guys were like, yeah, I got it, but everybody else like no, and you're like, can you please spend the money to buy a book so we can play? That would have been sad.
Gordito, as far as Adepticon sending out missions, last year they sent them out in February. So you have typically a month to study.
Mm-hmm. Definitely as soon as we did this last year as well, but as soon as the Adepticon missions are out, you'll see us playing that on the channel. Last year, about the same time, if you were to scroll through the months there on the channel, you can find us playing Adepticon. It's I think we called it the Road to Adepticon.
Yep, and we'll do another Road to Adepticon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If you haven't seen it, Gordito, one of my favorite videos, I usually get a link anytime I mention it, but is the Space Wolves party at Adepticon video.
Dude, it's one of my favorite videos.
I'll find it right now and post the link, and maybe you guys want to open it up on a tab or something. But it was crazy. One thing that was a cool part of the video to me was that it was the first time going as Warp Charge Gaming to an event where we had our own shirts, we had our name, we had our dice, and I had all my camera equipment. And I drove all the way across country with Chris, 12 hours, 13 hours, whatever, to Chicagoland, and I didn't know what I was gonna do. You know, as far I had some ideas, but I'm a new content creator, so like we had to figure all this stuff out on the fly, kind of thing. And what you see in this video is kind of what I was able to, what came out of it, basically, after collecting content all weekend long, which was difficult in its own right. Like, it was very difficult. Particularly we have a playlist called Adepticon. Particularly getting all the content dumped off the cameras. That was laborious. Every day, like James lives about 45 minutes, an hour away. And so we'd get up early as hell because the tournament started early as hell. And so, every day prepare to be tired or drink a shit ton of caffeine. I drank enough caffeine to kill somebody. And, okay, I got the link. And so we'd play all day, a ridiculous amount of gaming, more games than you're typically used to doing. And then we'd have to drive an hour back and, try to reach a state of either have somebody sober enough to, or we'd have to stay a long time just to get to that place. It's a battle in itself to find the sober driver.
That's a true story.
Right. And then when we get back, it's like midnight, 1 in the morning, practically, and we got to be at the tournament the next day by 8 in the morning. So that means we got to get up by like 6:30, 7. And so I'm having to stay up an extra like 2 some hours to dump multiple cameras into my computer.
Hey, you weren't alone, sir.
Yeah, James hung up. James definitely hung up. Matt, Simon, if you're out there, your ass was asleep.
Dude, him and Chris are always the first. Gone.
Yeah, man. Later comment. Yeah, cool. So there's that link. Check it out. The fun part is that it's like a music video, and I took the Index Space Wolves to the championships, and I got my ass kicked all weekend. And the very first battle, so like get through the video, you're like following me and James and Matt and Chris around the venue and kind of seeing what it's like to be in line and get cruising from the parking lot and stuff. And eventually you'll see each of the 4 matches I played in the championship. The first one going against a 1,000 Suns smite spam list. It was Magnus and all these different sorcerers and shamans and tons of Zangors and horrors. And I don't know what I was thinking, but I had all of my Space Wolves, like all those Thunderwolf Cav, in a big clump. And he just like jumps Magnus out with warp time. He moves Magnus out in front of his big screen so that the closest enemy is my big blob of tons of points of Thunderwolf Cav, and he does the Infernal Gateway power that like does the 3-inch bubble where everything takes like D6 mortal wounds if you roll it super high. You know what I'm talking about, James?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Of course you do.
Infernal Gateway?
Yeah, so he of course he roll, Magnus gets +2, and then there's a 1,000 Suns tactic that can give you another plus, like when you have demon princes around you or other sorcerers or whatever. Anyways, he lit it up, got above the 12, and just like pretty much nuked my whole army in the first turn. I literally put my models down and picked them back up. And it was crazy because at Adepticon, this all ties into the earlier in the year with the Space Wolves in general, is that when we started Warp Charge Gaming a year ago, I invested part of my money that I had to do so with into having the Space Wolf army. The intention being that we wanted to create a bunch of content with James making this, as well as being able to we wanted to be able to tell the story of taking it to Adepticon and getting to, besides the unboxing video of all the dreadnoughts, the army wasn't complete and all together, and even James hadn't seen it all together until I got to his house 13, 14 hours away. And saw it all for the first time and took it to Adepticon. So I was literally like playing the Space Wolves for the very first time anyways, and their Index in the championships. And I'm like, here's all my beautiful models, and they're dead.
But you did play a lot of Tabletop Simulator and some proxies.
Oh, I did play a shit ton of Tabletop Simulator. That's right. I did play them a lot. It was my own fault. Mainly because, well, in that case, I definitely sucked. But for the rest of the time, it was the fact that there was an index army. At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
He's sticking to it.
Yeah. So I guess this year I'll be bringing. I really love my Gargantuan Squiggoth Speed Freak Orc list, or Evil Sons list. Super fun. And I would be the coolest overall to bring, but well, I definitely got to bring the Space Wolves, dude. Like, just in case I get in the teams or something with y'all, because you're gonna have the Space Wolf board done by then.
Yes, I will have the Space Wolf board done by then.
So I keep wrapping this conversation around to keep poking at James to do projects for me.
Dude, they're all in the works, man. It's not like I'm not doing them.
Oh, I know. I'm desperate, son. This is my.
I mean, I would love to absolutely just stop everything I'm doing and just focus on yours.
Yeah.
But I do need money to pay bills.
I know.
So,
I don't care.
One of those things.
It's not going to stop me from putting as much guilt on you as possible till it's done as fast as possible.
And that's fine, because it's not going to change anything.
Well, it makes me feel better, and that's what matters.
Well, that is what matters, George. You're correct.
Yes, please paint faster. Ah.
Speaking of orcs, I heard they're doing pretty good, but some people are still complaining about them.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know why.
Complaining that they're not any good?
Yeah.
That's silly.
Finding themselves in a tricky situation where they're and I feel it's just not knowing your army well enough. The comments I do hear is it's an army that requires a lot of finesse, because you can go heavy bodies or medium count bodies and like still have some big things like how you play.
Mm-hmm.
And because you have so many different clans with so many different like strengths, and you want to take everything, that most people are just trying new things and not sticking to like a game plan and knowing their options of what their army is good at and executing properly. I think a big deal being about a good player is knowing your army in every situation. If you haven't played a certain faction with your army yet, you need to play against that faction. Mm-hmm. You got to know how it interacts. And I think orc players are pulling their models out, getting in a couple games, realizing they take a long time, or if they are playing with a chess clock, they're not making the right decisions, and they're getting nuked. And I really feel you just don't know your army well enough yet.
You know, I think
they just look so strong to me.
Something else too is like what to that point is the ability to kind of sideboard your tactics, like you're saying, like, because you can't you like in a tournament situation you can typically change a legion or clan on if they're not strict about their paint jobs and stuff like per match. Yeah. No, not at all. No, just warlord traits and relics.
Yeah, just warlord traits, relics, and spells, and that's
psychics.
depending on the tournament. I know some tournaments that do where whatever it is, it has to stay throughout the whole tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, I like both ways. I wasn't sure about clans, but even still, there's certain tactics. Like for instance, you don't always want to put things in the teleporter, but maybe if you're going against a shooty army that's gonna and there's no terrain out there, then you're gonna need to do some shenanigans you don't normally do, and put some stuff in deep strike or whatever.
Yeah, I think they're amazing. I just feel because of the model count and how many tools are in the codex right now, that you're just not going to see a lot of orc players play in the tournament scene, even with how strong I feel they are, because of the mismanagement and the fact that the people that want to play those top lists typically do jump armies. Mm-hmm. So when they jump armies, they're not going to give these armies enough time when they could just go to Eldar, which is like a solid choice.
Yeah.
That's just my 2 cents on the subject. But I feel those orc players that have stuck it out edition after edition, that know their orcs, that study their orcs, and still play a lot of games.
Right.
I think those people are going to rise to the top, kind of like froth on a beer. Like they are truly going to be on top, and people are not going to really know how to deal with them because they have all these tools. Like I feel like orcs are almost how Eldar has an answer to everything, but you have to like know it well enough to have that kind of foresight of like what you need to do. Like, because time management's huge, especially if you're playing in a high level tournament scene.
I was about
like
to say,
if you're using chess clocks,
yeah,
like you might not be like shooting, you might not be overwatching, you might not even be consolidating and piling in, because it might not be necessary to achieve what you need to achieve. And that takes a very skilled player to recognize when to do those things. And sometimes you might be a skilled player thinking it's okay to do those things, but don't see the foresight of what your opponent can do. Because I know when I was playing the Endless Horde list that was Poxwalkers that never went away, like I ended the game with more models than I started. I won a game by 1 point, but I should have won it by like 20 points. And it was a battle point tournament, and I got second in that tournament when I lost to the guy that I beat. Like, and it was just like, wow. All because I was just stopped playing certain aspects to speed up the game and not realizing
that's
how
right.
end game can
I was
be.
gonna say I'm super stoked to try orcs out with movement trays in my life now. Now that we can produce them so easily, I look forward to being able to try out those giant horde lists. I have like 120 boys and then a bunch of other types of orcs. So I look forward to trying like 3 sets of 30, 90 boys, maybe some 10s or 15s or 10s to do some mobbing up.
Yeah, I see people taking 2 30s and a 10, and then what they do is they mob up the 30 and the 10 right away, and then the other 30 they either turn to the Star Boys or the Ard Boys and play around with those. So that's like becomes their 2 units instead of 3 units.
Not a bad situation too, just to be able to have the leadership, because like even if they start wailing into your big 40 mob up guys and they kill like 25 30 of them, you can still refer to the leadership of the other 30-man squad right next to them.
Yep,
that's pretty cool. What is
Gordito? Oh, Gordito,
come on, man, you're so cool, man.
Oh man,
hobby heroes. That's so good. Thank you, brother. Oh man, that's cool. You said
always, every time I see a donation, it makes me speechless, man.
I
to think that we're sitting here talking, enjoying talking to you guys, and you guys just keep showing that love, and it means so much to us. Like, you have no idea. Like, for the last couple, like until Nova, we weren't even monetized. So like from October last year all the way up until Nova this year, we were not monetized in any way. So like our website, everything that we produced was all coming out of pocket for us. It was like a $50 a month plus bleed that just kept happening. And like these little donations are and then these little donations are like really making us like feel grateful that we stuck it out. Because I mean, I'm a stay-at-home dad. I just do commission work for any type of art possible. And this guy quit his job to pursue this and some music side gigs until this takes off. Yeah. So for us, I mean, it's literally means so much to us when like we stopped everything we're doing just to like do this 100%. And like you guys actually appreciate it. So it means a hell of a lot to us.
Hell yeah, it does. Yeah, I mean, it feels so good. Shit isn't free, playa. I can only imagine how tough it is to make these episodes. I don't play often enough to know so much about the paint guys I like. Harlequin, Smurfs, Deathwatch, Deathguard. But I paint the guys I like. I got you. Harlequins are cool. James going to paint some Harlequins soon.
Yeah, I've never actually tackled Harlequins. I'm interested in doing like the diamond patterns on things. I've done a lot of Eldar. Don't get me wrong. I've done many elves, but I've never done Harlequins. I love the fact that I can paint for other people because there's so many cool armies out there in minis that I would have never painted on my own if I just painted what I played with.
Yeah, totally. Oh, and I just had a remembering here. But you guys who might have been here last week, you might have seen James kick some butt in Age of Sigmar Champions right at the end. I don't think we're gonna play tonight, but I'm just saying we played again later because we were, obviously we take fun seriously, and we had a little bit of a beef after that episode. So we played some more, and I did beat him like 3 times in a row.
And then I beat you a bunch of times in a row.
And then we went back and forth a lot.
I'm definitely up on the record.
I would say that we both have some good tactics. And you saw a fluke incident last time, and it doesn't always go that way.
Not at all.
Doesn't always go that way.
That like I didn't have all these cards that like would have made my percentage of flipping through even better. And I like as soon as I saw like him get these like same cards in a row, I was like, And then I realized I only had one of the cards that I was
he tweaked his list after
playing.
seeing mine be successful, and then he did a little bit better.
Dude, I tweaked it because I didn't have the cards, and I was like, "Oh, you have in-game currency to buy cards? That's cool. Didn't know that."
Oh wow, you sucker!
Then I bought cards for the very first time, not with like real cash, but with the in-game currency that was racking up. That I thought was just for like the back of your cards or like the play mats. And I was like, "Oh shit!" And then I stomped him a bunch of times, anyways. And now I'm about to be gold because I went on another 8 winning streak.
I need you to calm down. I need you to calm down.
No, because you're trying to come in here and talk shit when really, I stomp you and I'll continue to stomp you, and that's just how it is.
I'm not gonna let you rile me up right now. I'm not gonna let you rile me up. You're gonna go down, and we'll do it later. I got your back too, James. He was playing on his phone away from his PC at his family's house. Oh man, James is pretty good with combos and things. Yeah, games.
Games in general. Like I'm a pretty good gamer.
Yes.
I just don't stick it out long enough to like become anything from it.
Yeah, I mean definitely better in lots of ways. I'm pretty much the best. When it comes, if you're put it side by side, I'm definitely winning.
So that's the mantra you tell yourself in the mirror every morning. I mean, sometimes we got to tell ourselves stories.
All right, we're done here. We're done here, James. We're done here.
Dude, because you already know you can't beat me in shit talking, so stop trying.
Yeah, I do suck at shit talking. It's all right.
That's another thing that me and George stayed up real late as we were unloading the cameras at Adepticon.
Yeah.
Is how efficient I am at shit talking and how poor he is at it.
I'm not good at it.
And it just makes for an interesting dynamic.
I'm also
when he tries to talk shit.
Doesn't stop me from trying, and that's half the battle.
That is half the battle.
I also I'm not any good at like that's what she said jokes, and James is amazing at them. So yeah, James is good at just being an asshole, and I'm not as good at that. But he's he's a lovable one with a good heart. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it just all depends on what mood you get me on.
Or how drunk he is.
Or medicated.
Yeah. Either way, pretty cool guy. Kat says there's a new video up for Champions, and that's got me curious. I know that Onslaught's, I think, is it's like the next tier of cards, and it's coming out on November 30th, I believe. So we're about to get some more cards to the game.
And does that update the app?
It does. And
it does.
Guess who's coming? One of my favorite, just for the card character, not even like what it does yet, but Scarbrand is hitting the market.
Oh, cool. What does he do?
I don't know. Forget. But there's all these teasers on what cards are coming, so you can get a heads up. And I've been saving my in-game currency to do just that. Tomorrow, right? Yeah, tomorrow's the 30th. Indeed. Yeah, I think tomorrow Onslaught will be released. I'll be at Battleground Saturday, and I'm sure we'll get some cards busted out at that point.
Man, if I would have known, dude, you told me about this in-game currency, and I just bought a bunch of shit I would never use just for the fact I could. I was like, oh, I'm going to get all these spell cards, even though I don't use spells.
Yeah, you're going to have to grind it out again.
Damn.
Well, here's the other thing, though, James, is that you can sell the in-game cards. Did you know that?
No.
So like what I do is that I go through all of the factions I don't play. I go through order, destruction, and death, and I sell all the cards inside of it, and then use that currency to buy the chaos cards.
Wow. See, things I don't even know. But this guy got through a whole walkthrough at Nova, bought actual cards. Then he just started talking shit, and then I had to download the game and show him how it's actually played.
I'm impressed. For as much as that you talk shit just on nerd shit in general, anything that's not 40K, I was impressed to see you pick it up. I'm excited to see you play Kill Team. So we're evolving.
You know what really did it is the whole leaderboard thing. You were like, oh, I'm this good. This is my leaderboard. I'm going for this. And I was like, I'll show you how to do it. I was like, hold my beer.
Gordito loves it, man. He's like, and you still lost. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be real bad when I lose to Kill Teams, because that's definitely my baby. And then James is gonna whoop me up in that. I'll be like, nah.
Dude, I'm gonna do it with the worst faction.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, heretics are hard, so do it with them, and I'll still be really impressed.
Yeah, I wish I could just do it with like berserkers or noise marines though.
Yeah,
it'd be way cooler.
You can still bring the models, just there's somebody else.
That's lame. And then same thing with Black Templars, guys. like they don't have Primaris upgrade sprues. So like, am I making regular Marines or am I like trying to convert some shit? Like I don't understand because Kill Team, it looks like they can only be Primaris Marines. Is
No,
that right?
no. That's an option. You can be
Oh, it's just an option.
yeah.
See, I don't even know. That's how much I don't know this
but
game.
you're gonna make a Black Templar, Primaris, Intercessor, and Reaver.
Cool.
But then you're gonna have regular guys too.
Oh. Yeah, I don't own any regular Marines. I'm gonna have to get all this stuff.
Yeah,
except for the Reavers.
I gotta get on this in general. But yeah, just it's been a little bit tough to get things done as of recent. But I'm gonna catch up.
Sweet.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that we're pretty much have covered the bases here. Is that lots are going on. Dice showing up tomorrow. We got 40k going on Saturday, and in December we'll do a Shadespire and Kill Team tournament. It's gonna be a Kill Team Commander tournament. Got some new Game Mat EU double-sided Kill Team mats that we're gonna be having on the channel, and that'll be cool. We got custom terrain that we've been printing and designing, as well as a ability to get you guys Worlds Overrun terrain printed.
It's honestly some of my favorite terrain.
Oh man, there's just
especially when it's blown up to
150%.
I got so excited, I ripped out my headphones. But when it's blown up to 150% instead of 100%, it is so perfect for 40k.
Right.
Like at 100%, it's great for Kill Team. It's good terrain. But at 150, it's literally like big enough to hide rhinos behind and predators and stuff that like is the sought after terrain at tournaments.
Yeah, super cool. Yeah, so I'm excited to continue to see that evolve. And yeah, anything else that we might be missing out on? I guess next week we could go ahead and say now we'll go ahead and we'll just keep with our trend. Soon we will figure out another day to do a tabletop alchemy show separate from this one. But I think next week we'll bring on the main chief man himself, Eric from Worlds Overrun, to talk about his designs over the years, the Kickstarters he's had, his new launch for epic creatures that are out, and let you guys get to know him a little bit more too. Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's a good guy, man. I know he wanted to get on tonight, but I know you just get that lag.
Yeah, kind of cruising in the door. I was happy to be able to keep my intelligence coming out of my mouth well enough here. I'm already starting to stutter away here. Rampart terrain on Kickstarter is still going. Shit is dope. I think you mentioned that too. Yeah, Rampart stuff was real cool. Are you going to do a recap from this weekend? Yeah, so like I have like 6 videos to do already from the weekend before. I really need to stream live at the game store, and that would be so much more convenient, but it takes a buttload of effort to get all my equipment there to do so. So I'm still toying around. I think that anything that I'm ever lacking on now, expect that it's going to be not lacking later. It's kind of a constant evolution and experiment of like, what's the way to be able to constantly make things better and better. And I say that because that's what it is. I know that like for instance, Battlegrounds is getting ready to expand, and there's been talk for a while of moving the Warp Charge Gaming Studio into the game store so that I can really try to achieve 24/7 coverage. I want to have a video out every single day, and I want battle reports just as often. I want to have so much content to deal with that there's too much. And currently I'm in a pretty good spot. I got like 6 videos to edit, so it's not like there's not some stuff to be done there. The tournaments, unless it's live covered, I don't know. It's I don't love the overhead 2 people playing that aren't intent on making good content for people. I know that it's how people watch stuff all the time with live streams of events and whatnot, and it's just a different type of content. But I want it to be better than that. I don't know. I'm starting to stutter my thoughts. I'm delirious, guys. 8 hours of driving and all that. One piece of equipment at a time, indeed. Start listing some things and make a fundraiser, and we'll help. Yeah, man. Well, Gordito, we have a plan to go live with a Patreon soon. We're gonna kick it off with a Gilliman model that we're gonna give away for free, all painted up as just part of the being excited for kind of the grand opening of that concept. We already had intended for guys like you and Chicken Bone and Tau Dark, who have already helped us out so much already with your generous donations through the super chat there. We're going to throw you some memberships right off the gates. But yeah, we got plans, and it's soon to become. We're going to continue to try to accept funds where people are willing to give it without necessarily begging for it and making it all that we do, because we really do appreciate it, of course you got to ask sometimes, and you got to have those methods in place to allow people to help support. And there is a lot of things that we could get to make things a lot better, and we do know what a lot of those items could be. But so far, we've worked our damnedest to get other companies to believe in us and support us with our sponsors, and we've been doing real well with that. Battlegrounds, I'll throw up their logo right now. Those are our homies, and they've definitely done a huge chunk of making a lot happen for us by helping us get Tabletop Alchemy set up, by helping us provide support to our tournaments with surprise support. But Battlegrounds is even talking about helping us give monthly giveaways for our Patreon members, as well as discounts. So you'll always be able to get the gear that you're already going to buy anyways at a sweet deal because you're a Warp Charge Gamer fan, etc. So we got a lot in the works.
And we're definitely trying to work around the whole GW stipulation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Great. If you don't know, get in the know.
We want to get you a sick deal and really make being a patron worth it. And so we've been developing all that, and it's just a matter of putting kind of pen to paper. And we definitely, we often are prioritizing putting out a video, and sometimes other things get to the wayside. So it's just continue to work our ass off here and try to make things happen, and the magic will continue to grow. But if we couldn't do it without your guys' help, it just at least wouldn't be near as enthused. You guys really make us feel good and make it worthwhile. I mean, I think we've had 12 to about 12 people tuned in this entire time from the moment we started. I mean, that just flips me out in itself. We used to sit here talking to just two people that would jump in and out with a fluctuation and not even comment,
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is crazy when we started doing this, and it was just literally me, you, and Chris, and we would have one or two people jump in. We'd see it go up to 6, and we're like, woo! Now, now you start, and I can't even log into the Google Hangout fast enough before we're at 9, and it's like, man, it's amazing. It feels special. And I know other channels get 300-400 people, but that's how much it means to us. And when we get to 300-400 people, it'll mean 40 times more. It really will.
Oh yeah. Anything you can do to pass the word along is hugely appreciated. My camera totally just died out. I think another hint there. Kat mentioned that she has another large mini coming to us still, so that's really exciting. If you guys didn't catch the giveaway with the Lord of Change, you can still look back in those special features and see that Kat from Aptifying Miniature Artistries gave a sweet, beautifully painted model to Warp Charge to give away to you guys, and I think there's another one coming from what I'm hearing.
And it was such an amazing story behind it too, considering every one of our giveaways prior were to all these other crazy countries, and then we decided to hold back the drawing on that Lord of Change, and then when we do the drawing, we do it at the tournament, and the guy who won it is at the tournament. That was just so cool.
Sorry, I was fucking with my camera, but yeah, that's exactly right. That was an amazing part of the story, and we actually were live streaming and gave it away live on stream. It was amazing. That was another moment that you could watch if you wanted to watch through a 12-hour day of gaming or whatever. There was a Battle in the Warp, one of our tournaments this year that we held at Gallery 5 here in Richmond, Virginia, that was a monumental thing for us anyways, just renting out a venue, getting 30 tables that we took to this place and setting up basically a whole tournament in a place that had never have one, It's been a good year. But anyways, guys, you're just looking at James, and I know that I'm the one that's pretty, so feeling bad about that. James, I just said I'm prettier than you, dude. What do you think of that?
It's completely okay. I am not a vain person. That's why I have dreadlocks.
Oh, well, fine. You didn't even make that. You didn't make the thing. So sometimes I try to talk shit and it just totally fell short. He just like nullified it and it made me look like the asshole. He's good at it, guys. All right, I actually got my camera back, so I don't feel like such a jerk off. But yeah, I've talk, and love. Yeah,
Dude, we need a great way to end these shows because we always find ourselves in like the point we talked about a lot of things, but we don't want to get off because this is just like
it's fun.
exciting for us.
Yeah,
but at the same time, we have really nothing more to talk about unless you guys spark up a subject. And currently, it's more like, Cat, get as much business as you can. Share your link. Share it everywhere.
Yeah, definitely. I just want right now I'm just like, I don't want to get off because I want people to go to check out Cat's work. It's awesome. And also, like, I love going to Cat throws awesome events. He's a huge fan of Age of Sigmar and everything around that game, that lore, a very encyclopedia, if you will, of knowledge when it comes to that game, or the background of it, anyways. I love talking to her about what's upcoming and what's going on in the Age of Sigmar world there. Ideas on Primaris Marines for next year. Bikes, different weapons. Oh, man, did you see those Gene Stealer Colt bikes?
Oh, those look pretty cool, but I love the sniper one the best, the one that's like stopped his bike to take a shot. Like, that pose is awesome. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I heard rumors of Primaris bikers, and like I find that very interesting, especially for Dark Angels. Considering like the Hellblaster Primaris are like really good with Dark Angels, like the best way to have them, in my opinion. And the fact that like bikes are like epically good as Dark Angels, and like having Primaris ones, I just bet they're going to be really awesome.
Yeah, that's exciting. I'm more excited about the models than anything.
Do you think they're going to be jet bikers? Because like I could see them being jet bikers over normal bikers. I mean, they're Primaris Marines. Like, how big does that bike got to be?
It's just funny because the custodians are like, oh, we're not even that cool anymore.
The difference will be the Envil.
Yeah. One has big spears, one has a bolter. I don't know. Chainsword. Yes, on jet bikes. Their tanks are hover-based. Yeah. All that's exciting.
Yeah, no, I think that stuff's pretty cool. Like, I personally don't see myself ever having one of those armies, but I definitely think they're pretty cool.
You know, I think one reason that it might be tough for us to get off of the air as much is because, like, compared to other shows that I watch, they're usually, like, not as – I'm just tooting our own horn here, but I don't think they're as engaged with their audience. And so they're just like, all right, see y'all, click.
Well, and, one thing is –
conversation.
And I'm going to be devil advocate onto their favor is they have more watchers a lot of times.
Sure.
So it is a lot harder to interact with hundreds of people compared to tens of people.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want you had to. Yeah, I mean, so we're more engaged. I'm just saying that we're way more engaged with our 10 friends than they are with. Who needs 100 friends if you don't even talk to 10 of them regularly? I don't know. Damn it! I can't ever talk shit good.
No, you cannot. I almost want our audience just to talk shit to you so that you can learn better shit talking. And yeah, I'm a big fan of the new Slanesh and Corn models coming out. I mean, I'm sad that it's just corn dogs because they're not very good in 40k. So I probably won't get any more because I had 20 and I sold 5 off because I don't see myself ever using more than 15 ever again. But the new Slanesh Fiend, I'm definitely waiting on because I want at least 3 Fiends in my arsenal as far as summoning. I think it's going to be a great tactic with the new meta. Like, with boys, if they do start becoming more prevalent, they don't have a great armor save, so there's no need for bloodletter bombs. It nullifies the bloodletter bombs because they don't quite have the attacks. So I think demonettes are way better counter because of the AP advantage when you hit the high numbers, like the 6 and 4 if you have that buff. And when I see that, I'm thinking, man, if I can just like have a Demon Prince or the Mask right next to that like combat, and they don't move, and they end up just summoning some fiends to lock in the combat, and then you summon in bloodletters because they're going to want to kill your bloodletters, but your demonettes swing first. So whatever charging unit they have, they're going to want to go after your demonettes so that they don't swing next before their other units. So that's going to keep your bloodletters alive to kill more prime targets. I'm just having all this demon meta in my head with this upcoming chapter prove what's going to be good, what's not.
When's that?
So
do we know?
I think the rumor is the 10th.
Oh shit!
Like it's literally like 2 weeks away.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about chapter proof because now I can start building my list and refining it for Adepticon. So I've been having all these crazy thoughts about predictions of what's going to happen, and I think fiends are going to be a huge steeple of my army as far as something I keep a couple points left over to summon.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well, the fiends, you do the 3d6 if you outbeat your opponent. Leadership, they're locked in combat, so they can't flee. And then Slanesh always fights first. So even if it's their turn and they're locked in combat from the previous turn, you get to fight first.
That does sound fun, doesn't it?
I think it sounds a great idea, especially when you're talking about boys and the amount of numbers and the fact that the boys fight against stratagem is stronger than any other one except for Zangors.
That's where Connor pulls out on me too. With it's either a Dark Eldar or a Harlequin ability, where he'll bring he'll pay either an extra command point to take an extra relic or whatever, but he'll make sure that his counter to orcs is he'll bring a fight first or you fight last.
You fight last, but that's only to one unit. Where a fiend is already a unit that you can utilize. You can summon it in, so you never actually have to bring it on and risk it for any reason. It's an easy summon because it's low power level. Granted, it's a test just like psychic powers, but it's everything that's in combat within it. So like I can trap multiple units from fleeing, and then with my Slanesh being able to always fight first without any kind of test. Like, it allows me to take advantage of them being stuck in combat.
Yep.
So this is where my thought has been going as a Chaos player, thinking about what the new meta could bring.
I follow. Well,
yeah,
dude.
see, neg 4 AP on 6s.
Yeah.
Like, it can be gross against good targets, and it can be, like, your little bit of AP against your orcs, just so you can remove them.
Yeah.
Like,
sounds viable.
I think it's solid tactics. I just have yet to test.
Yeah, sounds viable and fun, man. Well, yo, James, it's hour 20. I'm starving, stuff like that. Everybody out there, you've been really awesome as usual. Kat, it's been cool to hang out with you throughout the conversation here. Saw some new faces. Shadizo. I saw somebody else comment and then retract their comment that I didn't ever see before either, and it was nice to see you. Amazon Warlord was also when I see your name, I see Amazon World is where my mind goes, but Amazon Warlord, it was great to have you. And in general, it's fun to hear from where you guys had caught wind of Warp Charge Gaming, and it's cool that a few of you are fresh and stuff like that, so it really makes it feel good to have you here, and hope to see you again in the future. We'll be at the same time, same place next week, and soon maybe a episode number 2 for Tabletop Alchemy. And just want to give a big thanks to our friends here. Here's the different people that we were recognizing that have helped Warp Charge Gaming as our sponsors. Old Battlegrounds, our local gaming store, is awesome and really take care of us. Crystal Fortress, I've heard some of you are some fans, and that's really dope. We got some unboxing videos out there. Our recent licensing, Worlds Overrun, for 3D printed designs that you too can get and print yourself, or have Tabletop Alchemy help you do so. Game Matt UU, who will be represented along with Death Ray Designs at our 40k tournament at Battlegrounds this Saturday, and of course Best Coast Pairing, where we run all our events through, including this weekend. Big love to all these peoples and all you folks out there. Gordito Spree, great to see ya. Chicken Bone, always great to have you, man. Shadiza, have a good night.
Yep. Audi 5000.
Yep, everybody take care.
Keep taking fun seriously.
That's the word.